Hi friends, it's Jess. High pitch ka na. Hi friends. I feel like every video may ganyan ako. But anyway. Hi friends, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be talking about journaling or the process of journaling. Yeah, as usual, before we get started, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, let's get to it. So first, how did I get into journaling? Actually, wala namang additional or special kwento about how I got into journaling. I just decided one day that I wanted to try it as a combination with my meditation, and yeah, here I am today. I am still a journaler. Wala namang extra wow, something led me to journaling, or I found this online and I just wanted to journal, or I read this amazing book so now I want to journal. Walang ganon. I just wanted to try. So basically, that's my story with how I got into journaling. So let's move on to the next step of how I journal. So honestly, since I just decided to journal just to try, I didn't really go into the process knowing that, okay, step number 1, write your feelings. Step number 2, write more feelings. But yeah, so at first, I just talked to a journal in terms of what was just on my mind for that day. So when I woke up, usually after I meditated, I would just get a pen and write on my journal. So I would usually start with, I would write a date, and then I would write whatever just was on my mind. What were the things that I was thinking of? What were the things that were concerning me? And then what were the things that I was, I guess, grateful for? Paiba-iba talaga siya. Like, I didn't really have a steady process as to how I journaled. So I guess what changed from when I just started journaling to how I do journal now is that somehow mas may process na ako, because I ended up seeing this video with I don't know how to say his name, Beckwith, basta Michael B. I'm just gonna try to link the video down below. Like, on the video, he was talking to Oprah about 3 questions that you should ask yourself on a daily basis. And for him, I think he called the questions like 3 empowering questions. So usually when I have nothing or I don't feel like writing anything, then I just use these 3 questions to guide me. So question number 1 is, what am I grateful for? So it could be as simple as waking up to a new day, or knowing that my Lazada order is arriving, or I'm grateful for my family, or my good health, or the fact that I am okay. So parang, you know, you could really be grateful for a lot of different things. And the thing with the journal is, you don't really have to pretend. Kasi ikaw lang naman yung makakabasa niyan. So kung ano talaga yung things that you are grateful for, then you can just go ahead and write it. It could be a beautiful sunrise, or tinext ako ni crush, or when ni crush yung story ko. Mga ganon. You can actually write whatever you want. That's actually my favorite part about having a journal, is that you can write whatever you want, and for sure, hindi ka ma-judge. You can just be raw, you can be real, you can be authentic, you can be genuine, you can be original. So yeah, so that is question number 1, what am I grateful for? So the second question is, I think this is something that we don't ask ourselves on a daily basis, but the second question is, what can I celebrate? So usually kasi, we usually just ask, or we just end up celebrating things that we feel are big things. So we have to wait for a special occasion to celebrate, like maybe a promotion, or a birthday, or an anniversary, or a month-sary, or a week-sary, or a day-sary. Madami tayong inaantay na sari-sari na yan. Sari-sari. But the thing is, similar to the first question, I feel like every day there's always something new. It may be small or it may be big, but there's always something that we can celebrate in each day. So for example, today, I celebrate the fact that I'm still working, or I celebrate the fact that I'm healthy, I celebrate the fact that I'm safe. So it's related to what you are grateful for, but you celebrate kasi it's like my oomph, like it's like an extra. It's like, what are the things that you don't, or what are the things that in general you feel like you could be taking for granted in each day? So these are the things that we can write for question number 2. So question number 3 is, what can I contribute? So for me, this is also a very crucial question in a sense na, especially when you start or when you journal at the start of the day. So what can I contribute to the day? So usually for me, I say So I would say something like, today I will contribute my effort or my focus when it comes to my work, or today I will just focus on doing my best, or today I will contribute my patience, or today I will contribute my time, maybe with a family member, or my attention to a friend that I might be talking to towards or within the day. So those are just the 3 questions that you can ask if you feel like you're not sure on what to write on your journal. Yeah, again, that is, what am I grateful for, what can I celebrate, and what can I contribute. So other than that, what else I write on my journal is just, sometimes I just rewrite what I feel like is about to happen, what I want to happen for the day. Or if I journal at the end of the day, then I reflect on what has happened for the day. So that is pretty much how I journal. Ang dami ko naman nasabi pala. How has journaling helped me, or how will journaling possibly help you? So the first thing, I feel like this is the most important one for me, is that it has helped me really process my emotions. Like I said, if I'm going through something, let's say, particularly difficult, then I write that down on my journal and I allow myself to ask myself, parang, how is the situation really making me feel? What is this trying to teach me? What am I supposed to learn about myself through this experience? And so I feel like it's a really good way to really process your emotions, to really just get deep into how you really are feeling, because there's no way that you can judge yourself naman when it comes to journaling. And I feel like it's also a good way to really get to know yourself better. So yun, that is how journaling helped me in one way. So another thing is that, so since every day I've been trying to answer your question, what am I grateful for, or what can I celebrate today, I feel like I've had a better, or parang mas nag-improve, if that's okay to say, yung sense of gratitude goes. So I feel like I have become more appreciative of everything that goes on, or that everything that I have, or that or if everything that I appreciate throughout the day, parang mas naging grateful ako. Basically, that's all I'm trying to say. And finally, I feel like mas tumatag, or mas naging malakas yung self-love for myself, especially through the affirmations. So daily, I just remind myself of the things that I really do want to hear, or the things that I want to remind myself of. So these are the 3 things. So first, it has helped me process my emotions. Second, I have become more grateful. And third, self-love. So here are just a few tips if you do want to try to journal. Tip number 1 is, don't force, or you don't have to force yourself to finish or fill up a whole page when it comes to journaling. Just write whatever you feel like writing for that day. If you don't feel like writing a lot, then that's okay. You know, what matters is that you try it, and what matters is that you are honest with yourself with the process. Kasi who are we trying to impress when it comes to, or with having to write a full page? You know, at the end of the day, this process is for you to just to maybe get to know yourself better, process your emotions better. At the end of the day, it is a practice of self-care, self-love. So you don't really have to finish a whole page. So I even heard that some people bought a small journal, maybe I guess as small as this, para walang pressure din to finish a whole page. So that is tip number 1. So just for my second tip is to be open and honest. I feel like the reason why I love journaling so much is that it allows me the space to not judge myself. I don't have to edit. I just have to keep writing down whatever I feel like writing, whatever I truly feel about the situation, without thinking na, oh, if I write this down, how does that make this other person feel? Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this to get to know myself better, and I'm doing this just to think, what am I supposed to learn? How am I supposed to approach different situations? So yeah, your journal is really something, I guess, sacred to you. It should be something very private to you. So as much as possible, you can be very open and honest with yourself. So yung journal naman, parang diary lang yan. I mean, I guess it's the same thing. But if you do feel like you will write things that are very personal, na alam mong mahirap pag may ibang nakabasa, then just make sure that you keep it somewhere that nobody will find it. Okay? So that's another tip, I guess. Parang keep your journal somewhere safe. Okay, so tip number 3 is to just try your very best to be consistent with it. So for me, I sometimes write 2-3 lines in one day. There are days that I write a whole page. What matters at the end of the day is just getting into the habit of writing on a journal. So those are just my quick tips for getting into journaling. And yeah, so before we end this video, as usual, I just want to give a quick shout out to for commenting on my previous video. If you do want to get a shout out on my next video, then just comment whatever you want down below. Kahit hello lang yan, okay na talaga yan. And that is it for today's video. Let me know if you guys have already been into journaling, or if you guys do want to try journaling after watching this video. And yes, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you next Saturday for my next video. Bye! Bye!